Welcome back to my channel. Today I show you how to make beans and corn without salt. Yes, you heard me right. Cook beans and corn without salt. It is delicious and lovely. So make sure you watch this video to the end, okay? To get the tips that I use to cook this delicious meal. The first thing I will do right now is to cut my corn. That's remove it from the cob. Some people like to do this with their hands, but personally I think doing this with my knife is easier and faster. So I like to use the knife. After removing my corn from the cob, I'm going to set this aside and go on with the next step. But first, yes, I'm sure you're asking yourself if you really heard what I said. Yes, you heard me right. This recipe is on how to cook beans and corn without salt, and it's going to be very delicious. Of course, you know you need some tips, yeah? I'm going to be sharing that as this video continues, so make sure you watch this video to the end. I'll pour my dried raw beans into a pot and then I'll clean with water. So if you're familiar with Nigerian beans, you would know that Nigerian beans comes with a lot of stones and chaff, but all of those things have been removed from these dried beans. So that's why I'm cleaning with water. This is the final step of cleaning before I go on to cook. I'm going to add a little bit more water into the pot and then I'll cook. I'm going to put this on fire. Oh, by the way, the heat here is high heat and I'll be cooking for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, when my beans starts to boil, I'm going to be draining off this water. So now I have my basket in my sink and I'll pour the beans into the basket. After draining, I'll pour the beans back into the pot. Yes, we're not done cooking yet. The beans is not soft. So yes, I'll pour the beans back into the pot and then I'll add some more water. I'm going to cover this and still let the beans cook for a short while. Okay, so another reason why you should watch this video to the end is because I'll be sharing with you my favorite way of eating beans and corn. Over there, I'm frying some fishes. Yes, I decided to multitask. Anyway, I'll pour my sliced onions into the beans at this point. I've been cooking these beans now for about 10 minutes. I'll pour my sliced onions. I'll add some more water. You have to be very conscious of the water you add because you don't want the beans to be too watery. Yes, you don't want, this is not beans porridge, so there's a difference. That's why I said you need to watch this video to the end to see how the beans will turn out and to actually know the difference between this recipe and adalu. Some people call this recipe adalu, but I would rather not call it adalu because the method I use for cooking this is a little bit different. It's delicious, it's lovely, and if you like your adalu the way it is the traditional method, yes, that is wonderful. But if you would like to spice things up and try something new, yes, why not try this recipe? That's why I would say make sure you watch this video to the end. I'm trying to see if my beans is properly cooked because the beans has to be really soft, properly cooked and softened before I go on with the next step. Mind you, I have not added any salt. Yes, now I'm adding my corn. Let me tell you one thing about this recipe. The only way you can cook beans and corn without adding salt is by number one, cooking oloyi beans, which is naturally sweet. And then number two, using this particular species of corn which I use to cook this recipe. Now let me tell you, this particular species of corn is called super sweet corn. You can get it in some specialized stores. The corn is really sweet. So when you cook it with oloyin beans, which is naturally sweet, bam, delicious. You don't need corn. That's it. It's as simple as that. So I cooked this for about 15 more minutes and my beans and corn is ready. Now I'll set this aside and make the sauce for this recipe. I just poured some vegetable oil into my pot. The next thing I will do is to add some onions. By the way, this vegetable oil is what I used to fry the fishes while I was cooking the beans. I know you saw the frying pan. Yes, I just took some of the vegetable oil. I'll allow my onions to fry for about 1 minute and then I just added my bay leaves, curry and thyme. Trust me, if you do this you would love the delicious aroma that your sauce would have. First, fry your bay leaves, curry and thyme and you will love it. Now here is the thing. Usually when I go out and I see cheap tomatoes, peppers. I buy all of those, I blend it, and I put it in my freezer. So that is why I used a frozen a frozen block of tomatoes and peppers because come on, I already have that in my freezer. Now I'd add my seasoning cube. And then I would also be adding salt. Yes, I'll be adding salt to this. Yes, I just didn't add salt to the beans and corn, but I'll be adding salt to this sauce. I'm going to mix this up very, very well and allow it to just, simmer and be nice. Next is to add my Ponmo and my fishes. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for where you can get dried Ponmo, that has been cleaned, properly cleaned. All you need to do is to soak it for about 12 hours and it is ready to go. I'm going to let you know where you can get it. If you want to know, please just leave a comment in the comment section because this video is not for adverts. Just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll share that with you. This is what the dried pomo looks like when I bought it and it is super, super nice. Like I am so impressed by this pomo. So, as I was saying, you can choose to call this adalu. Yes, because it's beans and corn. But then if you look at the cooking process, yes, it may not be called adalu. I just added some crayfish because crayfish takes the aroma and the taste of this sauce to the next level, especially when you want to use it to eat beans and corn. Ah, you will love it. Like that crunchy taste of the crayfish in the sauce when it goes with the corn and the beans. Lovely, delicious, wonderful. So I tasted it and I realized I needed more salt. So that's why I'm adding a little bit more salt to my sauce. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, this video is about to end, but I just realized that I didn't, tell you to like this video, leave your comment, share this video, and subscribe if you like this video. So I'm just going to say it now, okay? Don't forget to like this video, leave your comment, share this video, and subscribe. Thank you. So I fried this sauce for um a total of 15 minutes and you can see that it's pretty dried and is looking very nice. You can use this sauce to eat rice, so but I just love the way it combines well with my beans and corn. That's why I always fry this special sauce for my beans and corn. Now let me show you what it looks like. Take a look at this. This is delicious. It is lovely. Until you try this recipe with soup, this super sweet corn, I'm sure you will be like, I'm sure that beans is not delicious. Let me tell you, this beans is delicious and it's nice. It's simply because I used super sweet corn to cook the beans. So I didn't add salt because there was no point adding salt. All right. Dinner is ready. You can have this for breakfast.